Alright guys, so today's video is going to be something that I've been meaning to do for a really long time, and that is going to be a two-part series. So there's going to be two videos, and it's basically going to tell you what to expect in terms of a cosmetic job, and that is going to include this first video, which will be about the actual interview to get a cosmetic retail job, and the second video will be about what you actually do and the actual duties of being in a cosmetic job. So let's just get started with this first part. I just want to start this video by saying thank you to everybody. I just saw that I had 700 subscribers today, and that's really awesome, and I'm just really excited about it. Hopefully soon I'll have even more than that and it'll be awesome, but 700 is so many, and I really appreciate everybody who watches me, and thank you so much. Alright, so I have like a list here of things to talk about. So first of all is the interview. Now, interview obviously is kind of your stepping stone and what's going to get you to your cosmetic job if that's what you want to do. But there's some things I think are really important to know, and it's kind of like I wish I would have seen one of these videos before I would have went to try out for a cosmetic job, because it really helped me a lot in terms of actually getting a job a lot easier than I did. So first things first, if you don't have this certain list of criteria, you don't meet a certain list of criteria, I wouldn't recommend even trying to apply for a cosmetic job. And that is if you're not outgoing and happy, upbeat all the time, really friendly, cosmetics is definitely not for you. If you are not the kind of person that likes to talk to people you don't know, if you don't like talking to strangers, you don't see yourself as being able to walk up to a random person in a store and start a conversation with them, then cosmetics is definitely not going to work out for you. If you can't sell things, like if you can't talk to someone and make them want to buy something, then cosmetics is surely not for you. You wouldn't be able to work in cosmetics. And also, if you can't apply makeup, now I know a lot of people, you know, whether on YouTube or whether, you know, in real life, whatever, they love makeup. They love to collect makeup. They love to watch makeup videos. It's a fun thing to do, and that's really great. But if you yourself are bad at applying makeup, no matter how much you love to use makeup and cosmetics and things, then I would not recommend working in cosmetics. I know it's, you know, seems like a really fun job, but if you can't apply makeup well, you're not going to be good in the cosmetics field. You need to know how to apply makeup, not only to yourself, but to other people, and actually be pretty good at it. So yeah, if you don't meet those criteria, it's probably not going to be the best field for you to try. Retail sales experience, definitely. You need some kind of sales experience before you even try to get into a cosmetic job. It doesn't have to be cosmetic. You can just, I would say, at least if you have some kind of retail experience working at a clothing store or a shoe store or anything like that, you need at least some sales experience to even be considered for a cosmetic job. And you could even maybe even be a cashier at Ulta. That even might be a good stepping stone into another cosmetic job, because Ulta is a cosmetic store. Also, I would suggest, if you've never worked in cosmetics, to start out small. So I wouldn't initially apply to like a huge giant department store that has like 10 different counters and all that, because those big stores make a lot of money and they want experienced salespeople. So they're not going to hire someone who has absolutely no cosmetic experience. Is extremely unlikely. So I would say start out at like a smaller department store that maybe has like only the 3 main counters, Clinique, Estee Lauder, Lancome, and start there small, because you're a lot more likely to be able to get a position there if you only have regular retail experience. Also, you are going to need to make sure your makeup is done very well. And you need to make sure you have like everything on. You need to make sure you have foundation, powder, blush, bronzer, lipstick, lip liner, eyeshadow, eyeliner, mascara, false lashes if you would like. Make sure your eyebrows are done. Everything is done. You need to make sure you have everything so they know that you know how to do every aspect of a makeup application. But try not to do too much. Make sure you have a full face, kind of like what I'm wearing today, but I wouldn't say go into a cosmetic interview with like bright green, you know, chartreuse eyeshadow on with a bright blue in the crease and then purple on the lower lash line and gigantic false lashes that come up to your eyebrows. Like nothing, I wouldn't do that. Doesn't look very professional. So do your makeup really well, but don't overdo it. You also need to make sure you have really outgoing personality. So when you go in and they're asking questions, you can't like cower and, you know, like I don't know, or you can't be subdued. You need to make sure that you have your personality is out there. You're, you know, looking at the person, making eye contact, being outgoing, you know, really genuine and fun, like show your personality, because they don't want people who are subdued and can't talk to people and can't make conversation, because then you really can't work in cosmetics if you can't make conversation with people. You also wanted to, I think it's best if when you're going to interview, you dress completely in black and then just, you know, with your makeup, maybe curl or straighten your hair, you know, whatever you feels more comfortable for you. But make sure you're in all black, nice trendy clothing, but nothing too showy that shows, you know, body or anything. Make sure it's still professional. Heels always look very nice and professional, just nothing too gaudy and outrageous. Yeah, and just make sure you look very, very professional, but black looks very sleek and it's easy to wear, and I think it looks best for a cosmetic interview. Alright, so that's pretty much the basics. When you go into the interview, they're going to ask you typical interview questions like your strengths and your weaknesses, why you want to work there, and then, you know, situation questions. Like they'll give you a situation. You have to tell them what you would do in that situation, and, you know, things like that. When it comes to strengths and weaknesses, it is not a good idea to say you don't have a weakness, because that makes you look like you think you're just the best thing in the world. And people find it more genuine if you tell them, you know, there is something you can improve on. And that's not totally going to make it so you don't get the job. It's going to make you seem a lot more genuine and real. So definitely give a weakness, because everybody does have one. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this interview video. I am also, like I said, going to be doing next a video about just the job duties of working in cosmetics and what you can expect to do when you work in cosmetics as far as like daily things you have to do. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.